right, I'd like to welcome up Alex Tibbetts, who is our current Board of Trustees President, to give the welcome.
Thanks everyone so much. It's so great to see so many people here. Thanks for everyone making the effort to be here. How about those hawks, first of all? So exciting, so crazy. This is a really special day, the groundbreaking. I always imagined it when I started being involved more than 5 years ago. This would happen someday, and it's really cool that it finally came. Everybody here is a VIP, but a couple of people, Judge Anita Crawford-Willis is here. So there are a couple of people I thought others would want to know are here. And we have Joy Hollingsworth as well from the Central District, our Seattle City Council person. Yay. So for the few of you that are less familiar with Horizon House, it's very special, not least because of its resident-driven culture. And the Board of Trustees committed to this project in order to do the thing that would best preserve the resident-driven culture. And so we're able to expand the availability of this experience for more people at the same time that we're strengthening the institution for the future. There are so many remarkable people here, but what really makes it remarkable are the bonds between the residents, the staff, and the volunteers. Everyone here is equally valued, and it's no matter where you're from or what you do. As I've browsed the work of residents in the hallways and in the library, there was one poem that stood out to me by Norman Hirsch, who is a resident here, and it's called, it's from his book, There Is Still Good We Can Do. And the poem is called A Life That Can Be. The poem mentions a work of Bach that was never finished, and it caused me to reflect on this project as something that will never be finished, and something that will always be building, just like we're always building ourselves as individuals, building our friendships and our communities that tie us together, and the organizational capabilities that we're building to preserve the values and the norms that we all care about. So that's what today is about. I want to welcome everyone again to Horizon House and invite you to look for that poem in the library and make sure to meet somebody new today. Up next is Christy Seymour, our CFO.
Wow, I am impressed by the number of people who showed up today. Just welcome everyone. Thank you for sharing this milestone with us for our West Tower project. It's an exciting time. Before we begin, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the land that we are gathered on today. We acknowledge that Horizon House operates on the traditional and ancestral lands of the Duwamish peoples, the first peoples of Seattle, who have stewarded this land for many, many generations. We recognize and we honor the presence of the Duwamish, as well as the other coastal Salish tribes, including the Suquamish and the Muckleshoot tribes, who have maintained long cultural and historical ties to this region. As we begin construction on the West Tower, we do so with gratitude for the stewardship that Indigenous people have carried forward for generations. Their understanding of sustainability, ecological balance, and reciprocity with the natural world reminds us of the responsibility that we carry forward today. As we reflect on this moment, I am reminded of the words from Chief Seattle, the revered leader of the Duwamish and Suquamish people, who said, "The earth does not belong to us, we belong to the earth." His message underscores the responsibility that we carry today, one of stewardship, respect, and reciprocity. In that spirit, this project reflects Horizon House's commitment to building responsibly and sustainably, from reducing environmental impact to designing a structure that supports the long-term health of the community and this place that we are entrusted with. We recognize that honoring the land is not only about acknowledgement, but about action that benefits future generations. So thank you again for joining us today to celebrate this organization's historical milestone. Erica?
Thank you, Christy. And now I want to invite up Linda Purdy, who will do our invocation. Thank you.
So as Linda Purdy, I'm the Director of Inner Wellbeing and Spirituality, for anyone who doesn't know me, here at Horizon House. And ironically or providentially, I am also the granddaughter of the founder of Horizon House, Myrtle Edwards. They didn't know that when we hired me. And so it is my privilege to be with you here today for this once-in-a-lifetime occasion and to offer up this invocation. Please pray with me. Holy One, as we have been reminded of the First Nations people who settled this land so long ago, we are also mindful of another group of people who were at the first groundbreaking for Horizon House over 2 generations ago, and the legacy they helped to start. Just as this home for so many has continued to thrive through other building expansions, new towers, and challenges like a pandemic, we entrust this project and dream to you so that Horizon House can continue to thrive for generations to come. We are grateful we have come this far on the West Tower project through rough patches and amazing breakthroughs. The dream to remain a nonprofit independent elder community with resident board of trustees and staff involvement in the daily life and major decisions continue. And so, may this land and the work of this project be protected, as well as those who are all involved in the West Tower coming about for Horizon House. May those who live here through this construction not lose sight of the goal or sleep over or due to the construction. May all the plans and construction move forward in a smooth fashion, with all those working on this expansion staying safe and healthy. And finally, may the ingenuity, creativity, and energy of this Horizon House community thrive in the midst of the spatial and resource limitations these next few years will cost us as we watch and wait to celebrate the grand opening of our next chapter in this place. In all the many names we know you, we lift up this prayer. Amen. And next is our Councilwoman Joy Hollingsworth.
Thank you, Ms. Linda. And I would like to invite my colleague, who is the citywide district council member, Alexis Mercedes Rink, up here as well, as we're going to speak together. I just want to say I got a louder applause. I just want to throw. No, I'm just playing. Just playing. I just throw that in. She knows I love her. We are so excited to be here. Number one, from the moment I stepped foot in Horizon House, the smiles, the energy, the people, the connection, the community has been phenomenal. And to know that that's going to get expanded with more housing, we could not be more happier in Seattle. We know that housing oftentimes is a commodity that is very, very expensive around here. And to know that it's going to get expanded for our community, we are incredibly excited to see that through. Obviously, I wish I could take credit for the permitting process to get sped up. I cannot. I know that's a pain point for some, right? I heard it's like a cute laugh. But we are committed for the council and obviously the city to make sure that this project gets done for whatever is needed in this process, that you all have my commitment to make sure that we are having this on a timely process, but also too can't wait to see the finished product for this community to continue to flourish. And so I'm going to pass the mic to my colleague, Councilmember Rink.
Thank you, Council President, for sharing the mic and inviting me up here. You show up for the district in such an incredible way, so it's really great to be here alongside you, celebrating this really exciting moment for Horizon House. Just to echo some points that the Council President made, every time I've come into Horizon House, which has been a couple times now, the greeting the energy, the engagement, the art. It is so clear that this is such a powerful community. And so I'm really honored to be a part of the celebrations today and want to lift up that I was actually raised by my grandparents. My great-grandparents were my caretakers. And as I grew up and some of my elders were going into senior living, it meant the world that they were nearby. And that's what this expansion means. This means being able to keep families together, and having high quality housing for our elders is so key to that. And so thank you for allowing me to celebrate alongside you today. I can't wait to be here and see all this new housing. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, this. And I don't know who's next. I can just pass off. Erica. Okay. Pass the mic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Council President Hollingsworth. We so appreciate you both being here. Are there any other dignities here or elected officials dignitaries, thank you, dignitaries. I'm looking around the room, dignitaries and elected officials that we have not recognized. I don't want to miss anybody. We've got a big group here, and so it's easy to miss people, but I don't want to miss anybody. All right. Well, that's all right. Well, we are going to keep going with the program, and I want to invite up Marcia Elmquist.
Well, I also want to reiterate my pleasure to see so many of you here. It's great. We have a lot to celebrate, and I'm talking from the residents' perspective. So 4 years ago this month, in January 2022, the Horizon House Board of Trustees announced that it was going to tear down the West Wing and build the West Tower. This also, 4 years ago, in January 2022, I was moving into Horizon House. In fact, I was moving the day after the announcement was made. Now, in all fairness, I was given the option to bow out, and my money would be refunded. I was offered many other apartments, but I said, no, I want to live in the West Wing, at least as long as I can. So I moved in and had a wonderful 3.5 years there. And I have to say that I really, really appreciate that the residents of the Horizon House and the other buildings said, we don't think it's fair that the West Wingers need to move off campus, which was a possibility for us, while the West Tower was built. Thank you very much for that very strong statement that you made. And thank you to the administration and the financial people who took all of this in and re-looked at the plan and said, okay, we can make a commitment. We will readjust the plans. We will readjust the budget. We will make a commitment to keep the West Wingers on campus. So this was huge. There was still a little anxiety, of course, because you didn't know where you were going to move or when that was going to happen. But as things became available, they were offered to us, and improvements were made to existing units. And movers were hired to pack us and unpack us and make the move seamless. And I have to say that for me, certainly, and for most of the comments that I've heard from my fellow West Wing ex-residents, they really felt that it went as well as could possibly be expected. So we are now all happy campers in the existing campus. My unit is on the 17th floor. I have a perfect view of the construction, and I love that. So, but why am I reviewing all of this for you? I think that it's just the beginning. It's been a time of lots of transitions and lots of different kinds of challenges, I guess. But I think that our team of consultants, of architects, of engineers, of salespeople, of administration, of staff, has been remarkable in hearing all of the anxieties and all of the concerns that we have spoken and have responded to that. They've made adaptations, they've created other possibilities, they've built a huge contingency. So I think we're ready to move forward, and I'm excited about that. I have to say that as incoming president of the Board of Trustees, I look with great optimism to what is going to happen as a result of this construction. And I look forward to, with gusto, watching the construction, and in 3 years, más o menos, being able to move into the new West Tower. Thank you very much for being with us and supporting us in this process.
And now we have with us Al Bender, who is a future resident of Horizon House and will be moving into the West Tower in 2029.
I'm Al Bender. I'm here with my wife, Jane, who's over there, which she can wave. We are future residents. I like to use the word committed residents because we had to put money down, as opposed to future resident, which sounds like, well, when I get around to it, I'll do it. So Jane and I are truly delighted to be here today for this groundbreaking, but of the West Tower. But it's more than just a building. This marks a moment. Oh, thank you. This marks a moment, thank you. This marks a moment when we're going to have a major change in our life, and that our next stage of life is going to happen the way we want it to happen, and that's what Horizon House is. So we've been looking forward to this with a great deal of excitement. We've been a committed future resident, but the way everything was presented was there's certain, well, we have to get 70% of the residents, we got to get financing, and we don't know what's going to happen. It wasn't real until today. So now it is real, and I got to worry about getting rid of stuff in my house so I can, so because we have to downsize again. So how did we get here? We're in Redmond Trilogy, if you know what Trilogy is, out in Redmond. How did we even find out about Horizon House? So we have Helen and Tom Spiro to thank. They're here somewhere. Wave, where they're the marketing started. Even with that, we were 133 on the list. What does that mean? It took 6 months before we even got called in for our interview that was called. And got a little anxious, but we were able to secure our preferred model, the Juniper. And so everyone's welcome to come visit us, Unit 1601. So a little bit of who we are in terms of why we did this. For many years, we have been very proactive in every stage of our life to make informed, intelligent decisions to have the best quality of life possible, without burdening our children. I mean, we have a lot of our friends that say, oh, I'll let my kids handle it. And we're not going. So we did not want to burn our children. This was demonstrated by the fact that when we moved from Raleigh, North Carolina 8 years ago, and we are, because our daughter and son-in-law and 2 of our grandchildren are here. They live in the Mount Baker area of downtown Seattle. We elected to move to Trilogy at Redmond Ridge because it had an active, engaged adult community, which we have just loved. And we're looking forward to another active, engaged adult community when we move to Horizon House. Horizon, so as I said, the Horizon House people want to say, make sure everyone realizes people do move from Redmond to Seattle. So, Horizon House aligns with this philosophy of ours for our next stage of our life. The location in Seattle is a gift to us. It keeps us close to the activities we love, art, culture, nature, and the vibrant energy of the city. We love symphony, we love chamber music, we love theater. So those are the things we drive into the city for. What? Okay, I'm sorry. Knowing that all this remains easily accessible gives us a tremendous peace of mind and well-being. But what has confirmed our decision significantly is that we made the right decision has been the other committed residents that we have met. And we are like-minded. And the like-minded, that we really love the concept that we're of like mind. We consistently find individuals who plan for the future, live actively, and choose communities deliberately. I already feel like the beginning of a new friendships and shared future. So today's groundbreaking just isn't about construction. It's about building a community of people who are ready to live well, support one another, and make the most of every day.
Thank you, Alex, Linda, Christy, Council President Hollingsworth, and Marcia and Al for your inspiring remarks. And thank you to everyone who's joined us here today to celebrate this monumental moment, the official groundbreaking of the West Tower. The expansion of Horizon House has been years in the making. And standing here today, it's both humbling and exhilarating. For those of you who I've not had the opportunity to meet yet, my name is Erica Thrash-Saul, and I am the proud CEO of Horizon House. But I want to begin by acknowledging my predecessor, Mike Ostrom, who served as Horizon House's CFO for 6 years and CEO for 4 years. Mike, together with our board of trustees, they really had the foresight and discipline to strengthen our financial foundation so that we would be ready and prepared to take on a project this bold and this transformative. They believed that Horizon House could set itself apart by investing deeply in what has set us apart for the last 65 years and created a success for us. And that brings me to something that you really do need to know that is essential about Horizon House. Our identity is clear, and we know who we are. This is a community that's defined by independent thinking and intentional choice. We are committed to living out our enduring mission, vision, and values while continually evolving into the best version of ourselves. Our guiding principles are unwavering. Our resident agency, engagement, and deep commitment to DEI, and especially socioeconomic diversity, and our independence. In just a few years, the West Tower will literally change the skyline of First Hill. We like to think of it as an urban treehouse that has deep roots in this neighborhood. A 33-story tower rising alongside the historic Freeway Park, overlooking our beautiful downtown and waterfront, and reaching toward the future, our future of Horizon House. But from the inside, Horizon House will be as it always has been. We're a vibrant, creative, intellectually curious, and deeply connected community. Every inch of our common area space was designed intentionally to foster connection. Through our shared purpose between our employees, our residents, and friends and family, just like we always have. And today, nearly 500 people live under one roof, which is really amazing when you think about it. There are not other senior living communities where everybody's living together. Oftentimes, there's a clubhouse and a lot of other villas connected, but we live under one roof. And that density, it creates energy. It also cultivates leadership and engagement and connection. And soon we'll be welcoming 200 more households into this community. bringing the same passion and purpose that defines everything we do. And that is so exciting to us. But change, of course, it is not easy. We all know that. Marcia shared, it wasn't easy to go through this whole process, but it's been amazing to watch what happened when people pull together to create something truly special. And I want to thank every one of you who has been a part of this journey. From our residents who sat on committees, they shared ideas and concerns, and to our employees who've committed to the coming changes that are needed for the long-term viability of Horizon House. And the response, it's been extraordinary. We now have just 48 apartment homes left. So if you or someone you know is interested in senior living, I say to you, Horizon House has always been a place shaped by independent thinkers. And if that ethos speaks to you, and if you're drawn to it, I invite you to take the next step with us. Again, I want to thank you to everyone who's made this moment possible. And there's been a lot of people, our residents, our employees, our board, Sawgrass Partners, Ziegler, Love and Company, Anderson Construction, Bethune, Vanner, and many, many more. I'd like to recognize our employee and resident committee who planned this wonderful day for us. Thank you for all of your hard work in making the vision of our groundbreaking come to life. And lastly, I'd like to offer a very special thank you to our future Horizon House residents, those who will be moving into the West Tower in 2029. Your belief in this vision, you made it possible. You turned this bold idea into a reality, and I just can't wait to welcome you home. And to all of you, we will be together again in the fall of 2029 for the grand opening of the West Tower. Thank you for being a part of Horizon House's past, present, and future. Now I'm going to turn it over to Linda Purdy to close us out. Thank you.
I get to read Norman Hirsch's poem. It is such a beautiful poem that fits this whole time of celebration and even the view of the future as well as the past. Bach never finished the art of the fugue. It grows in complexity and beauty and then suddenly stops. But it doesn't end. It remains a great work of creation, like a life which can become more complex and deeper in goodness. It stops, but it doesn't end. Neither will Horizon House. Thank you for being here.
All right, for all of you who have your brochures, you know that the day will continue on. We have a lot of things that are fun and planned for you. Please stop by and visit Mark Munden and get your picture taken in the photo booth. Look at the model of Horizon House, and then we're going to have a grand reception. People will be passing hors d'oeuvres and champagne, and now we're going to just celebrate this joyous occasion together. Thank you.